Hey guys, Steven from TCTV Media here, and I want to talk about the upcoming UFC fight between Jones and Gustafsson. I've been waiting for this for years in the making. Probably the closest Jones has ever come to losing, which some would argue he did lose that fight, despite it not even being a split decision. But going into this fight, I think there's a few factors. Now, for my pick, I'm just going to say right off the bat, I think Jones is going to win. You know, him being on steroids, which you could argue, either way on that, which I think with that, it was something where I think he got a little sloppy with microdosing. It's pretty obvious. Where there's smoke, there's fire, as is being said. And also, I think Jones is taking this a little bit more seriously than last time. There was a rumor about last time where he apparently only trained like 2 weeks or something for the Gus fight, for the first Gus fight, because he just didn't take him very seriously. But after how close that first one is, I think he's going to take this a lot more serious, and he's learned from his mistakes from the first fight. And also, I think if you look at the past between Jones, so between the DC fight 1 and then the DC fight 2, he looked much better in the second fight, where he ended up knocking out DC, of course, where the first one went to a decision. So I think after he learns his opponents, it's pretty obvious that he comes in better than ever, which is going to be probably evident in this upcoming fight. And I think the keys to victories, as far as Jones is concerned, I think Jones is going to have to actually fight in the pocket, which he's not really used to. So usually he will use his reach because he has a pretty significant reach advantage against most of his opponents. You can definitely see that in the previous DC fight where he uses that reach and, sometimes pokes eyes too, where he puts his hands like this. Where against Gus, he doesn't really have that advantage. He has a very, very slight advantage, but not very much. So I think with this upcoming fight, he's going to have to fight in the pocket, or he's going to have to use those elbows, which he's really successful with in the first fight. And when he is at distance, just use those leg kicks, which he was pretty successful with. Now, as far as Gus's keys to victory, I think he's going to have to use his lateral movement, which he did pretty successfully in the first fight. But his cardio is going to have to be better, so that's going to be the kind of key there. Is his cardio better than the first fight? Because he started gassing third, fourth, and obviously fifth rounds, especially after he got cracked from that elbow in the fourth round. So if his cardio is better, I think he definitely has a better chance of winning this fight as opposed to the first one. So we'll see what happens there. But so my pick for that fight, it's going to be Jones TKO. As far as round, that's a little too specific. It's too hard to tell. Probably championship rounds, probably TKO, maybe fourth or fifth round. Now, as far as the other fights on the card, I'll just mention one more, the Nunes-Cyborg fight. Another highly anticipated bout there. I like both fighters a whole lot. I think they're really, really well-rounded. Cyborg's a freaking killer. She's a beast. Looks like Vanderlei Silva with a wig. And for that one, don't really have keys to victory on that. I mean, they're both, outstanding strikers, outstanding ground game. But I think overall, I think Cyborg's just a little too big for Nunes. Nunes is, pretty big, broad shoulders, but Cyborg's just a different level of big. She's like the Ronnie Coleman of the women's division. So I think that power is just going to overwhelm Nunes eventually. So I think I'm going to go with decision Cyborg. So decision Cyborg, Jones TKO. So far I'm 0-1 on these. I picked McGregor for the Khabib fight and lost that one. So trying to redeem myself on this. So hopefully you like the fights and have a good day.